All right, everybody. Straight up 11 o'clock on the East Coast. Welcome to the Nexcel Saturday Coffee Hour. Today is a very special day because Janet will introduce our special guest. I think you anticipate who it is already. This is Bob Torsey. I'm happy to be here. I'm with Nexcel. I've been with Steve for 25 years, 26 actually. And our Saturdays are meaningful to us. We keep them sacred. We know everybody's got a busy day, but you don't want to miss what you're going to hear today. At the end of the presentation, we'll give you a little call to action. I look forward to doing that. Before you know it, we'll be out and about enjoying our day. With that, let me ask Janet Henshaw. Everybody knows Janet. She's a member of the executive team. She's our health and wellness advisor. Has a great relationship with our new strategic partner, Dr. Larry McCleary, and she will have the honors of taking over the call. Janet?
Thank you so much, Bob. I so appreciate it. This is going to be an extremely important call this morning with amazing information. Nexcel is going to have some differentiators that no one will be able to accomplish. There will be no competition whatsoever. And you know, the gentleman that we're going to hear from today is such a special man. This man has dedicated his life to the recovery of others. He was at the Denver Children's Hospital working with children in relationship to their issues with primarily the brain. He is a neurosurgeon. This man has written 3 books. His books are Bald is Beautiful, Brain and Gut. His books are written in a way that anyone can read and understand. When you read about Dr. Larry McCleary, you understand that this man is gentle, caring, and thoughtful. Everything he does has medical studies behind it. He wants to give us the most opportunity he possibly can. And as a person, he is just such a warm-hearted, beautiful person with such an incredible vision. And with that, I'm going to bring Dr. Larry on and let him tell us a little bit about himself from his point of view. Good morning, sir. We're wanting you just to tell us a little bit about yourself.
All righty. Well, that's great. So my name is Dr. Larry McCleary. My background is in clinical medicine, and that means that I took care of patients, and the type of patients I took care of were kids who had brain problems, and I did surgery on them. So I'm a pediatric neurosurgeon. And toward the end of my career, we wanted to do more for these kids to facilitate their recovery and to maximize it. And at that time, there were some nutrients available that we could give through IVs or intravenously into the vein. And then later, some that we could feed them. And then we formulated those as products. And we saw that the kids recovered better, more completely and faster. And the parents started telling me, wow, I saw what my child did. Would this product help me? So they kind of forced me into formulating my first brain supplement. And that's kind of how I got into nutrition. And since then, I've written a number of patents for a number of nutritional approaches. So I think the best way to describe me now is a medical doctor who believes in nutritional solutions and loves letting people take control over their lives. So that's kind of my background and where my head is. And I think that that is a great fit with where Nexcel is. I think they're looking for nutritional solutions to let people take control of their lives again.
Absolutely, Dr. Larry, and that's exactly what we're looking for, is a partnership with someone who truly understands and cares about the human being, and that's what you do. Now, I know that you work with an amazing gentleman by the name of Arup, and he's a scientist. And between you and Arup, you've come up with something called Cannabicor. And I would love for you to just share what that really is and the benefits related to the CB1 and CB2 receptors.
Sure, Janet. So I am a product formulator, and Dr. Sen is a Princeton biochemist. And he got his PhD at Princeton at age 22, which is really young for that. He's a very bright guy. And he's developed some amazing delivery systems for my nutritional solutions. And many of them involve a formulation called Cannabicor. And that's kind of like, a good way to think of that is kind of like a super entourage effect. And for those of you who read about cannabinoids and CBD and so forth, where did the word entourage effect come from? Well, there is a researcher who's a famous Israeli researcher in marijuana and cannabis, and his name is Raphael McCleary. And many years ago, he was the first person to isolate THC, tetrahydrocannabinol, which is a cannabinoid that people had an interest in because it was the one that had euphoric and intoxicating effects that got you high. And so he isolated that, and a product based upon that formulation, pure THC, was Marinol, and that was used first for people who had nausea associated with chemotherapy, which is a common side effect. And as that product was used, many doctors actually realized that the marijuana plant was more effective as an anti-nausea agent than pure THC. And they believed that it was due to all of the nutrients in the plant working together. And they felt that that had a better impact on nausea than THC alone. And so it's kind of like the community of nutrients in the plant was more effective than any individual nutrient. And that's the basis of the entourage effect. And so our preparations contain full spectrum cannabinoids, terpenes, and terpenoids from the plant. And to those, we've added beta-caryophyllene. And why did we do that? We felt it was like a super partnership because most of the plant cannabinoids modulate the CB1 receptor. There are two types of cannabinoid receptors, CB1 and CB2. And we wanted to balance the system and add CB2, and beta-caryophyllene does that. And why would that provide more power than just what's available from the plant? Well, here's why in a nutshell. You can look at beta-caryophyllene as adding more cannabinoids to your body because it's a plant cannabinoid. It also releases cannabinoids in your body, and CBD decreases the breakdown of cannabinoids. So if you are decreasing the breakdown and adding more, then you have more in your system for a more potent effect. And that is our Cannabicor product, the full spectrum hemp extract with CBD, adding beta-caryophyllene. So we have a balanced CB1, CB2 product for a maximal impact. And that's what Janet's referring to when you hear about the word Cannabicor, and we're using that in many of our products.
Beautiful. And that is one of the things that literally sets us aside from the other companies out there, because you are the one person that I know that's actually combining those two and creating the opportunity of the maximum effect for the Cannabicor result. And so with that, you have actually added that to quite a few of the products. And the very first one I'd like you to share with us is about our new beverage, which we are calling our Elixir.
Well, Jan, let me just say one thing. I've heard the names that you're calling these products, and I love them because they show a sense of humor, but they also convey the essence of the product. and I love that. And they're short, sweet, and to the point. So what we call relaxation beverage, and you call elixir. If you were on our last call, we talked about the sleep product Serenitine, which is a non-sedative sleep product. And we took that approach, and we feel it's unique because most sleep products knock you out. And then you wake up the next morning groggy and hungover. So when we looked at sleep, we found that stress and anxiety prevented the brain from calming down. And so we've used that same approach to de-stress the brain and let it relax so that it can be more productive during the day. And that's our approach to relaxation, because most people, we live in a stressful world. Life comes at you fast. And we're all dealing with work pressures, kid pressures, financial pressures, and just the worry about worry, which is kind of free-floating anxiety. So our approach in the relaxation beverage was to provide something that decreases the brain and body response to stress, that allows you to relax, focus, and be more productive. And it's non-sedating, which is really amazing. So the ingredients in the brain relaxation approach with elixir are theanine, magnesium, green tea extract, and cannabichor, a combination of hemp extract with CBD and beta-caryophyllene for a balanced CB1, CB2 approach that decreases anxiety, that relaxes the brain, and allows you to be awake and focused. But to that, we add nutrients that decrease the metabolic stress that we're all exposed to by our diets every day. And that is, we eat a diet, and many of you have probably read about this, we eat a diet that generates acid in our body. And how have a lot of people approach that? Well, you see thousands of alkaline water beverages there out on the market. And what that means is their pH, which is a measure of acidity, their pH is high, like 10 or 11, which has a high level of alkalinity and a low level of acid. Now, what they do, if you put those in a beaker of acid, it changes the pH dramatically, okay? But that's not how the body likes to work. The way the body likes to work, it likes to keep our pH level stable, because all of our enzymes and bodily processes depend upon having a stable pH. But yet you have to have something that neutralizes acid. And what does that better than alkalinity? It's buffers. Buffers are Mother Nature's solution to acid, because they neutralize acid but keep the pH in the range that the body likes. That's another reason that this elixir beverage is so different. We put in a lot of buffering nutrients that consume acid but keep pH pretty stable. So we're addressing both the mental stress and the physical, dietary, nutritional stress in this product, and we're really thrilled that we have this combined approach. So that's pretty much the nuts and bolts about the elixir beverage. Janet?
Well, thank you so much, and that was such a great explanation. And I have to say that I have tried the product, and I had some of the gals try it when they were working on opening the shop, and what they found was that immediate focus, but calming at the same time. And these women had no idea what they were taking, and so I just asked for their response, and it was really beautiful. So I'm very excited to be able to share this product with each and every one of you on the phone. It's very important to understand the benefits of this. With that,
Janet,
can
I just add to that? I think the description that you gave, calm, focus. I mean, when most people think focus, they think of taking, stimulant medications, which get you buzzed up, and maybe you can accomplish more, but it's counterproductive because you don't really think well. It forces your mind to jump from topic to topic. This relaxation beverage, for example, would be great at work because it provides just what you said, calm focus.
Beautiful. And I think that is what we're all looking for, is when we go to work, we want to be able to create an opportunity of a healthy work environment for ourselves. And I truly believe that this beverage will do that. Okay. So now what I'd like you to share about is something that I love. Now, I am totally blessed and really appreciate the opportunity that I got to sample this. This product we're calling Vibrant. It is a skincare product, but it's so much more than just one. And if you could explain how the two actually work together with the active, energetic person who spends a lot of time in the sun.
Well, this is a product that I'm really excited about. So Vibrant, which is a perfect name for it, in my opinion, Vibrant started out being just what Janet described, a skincare product. And what do most skincare products do? They have moisturizers and an antioxidant like vitamin E. And for most skincare products, that's the end of the journey. For our skin product, Vibrant, which you'll be getting soon, that's only the beginning of the journey. The way I think about the Vibrant skin product is really, as Janet said, it's a delivery system for an active lifestyle, okay? A delivery system for an active lifestyle. And let me just read, I don't want to go into great detail because of time constraints, but let me just read a couple of the ingredients. So we have things like kokum butter, red raspberry oil, tamanu oil, shea butter, hemp seed oil, avocado oil, grapeseed oil, sweet almond oil, arrowroot, a phytocannabinoid blend, clove oil, rosemary oil, and carrot seed oil. And I mean, the reason I'm reading those is when you hear those are all natural plant products. And when I talk to women, especially who are concerned about their skin, they say, what I hate about products is you read them and it's like reading a chemistry textbook. This is a group of natural oils and nutrients, and they're all plant-based. Each of these comes from plant components, okay? And why is that important? Well, here's why in a nutshell. We can walk around. We're mobile. Plants grow out of the ground, so they're fixed. They can't run away. So if a predator comes, they've got to stand and fight. Okay? How do they do that? They produce in their plant leaves and plant components, for example, a lot of nutrients called flavanols and flavonoids and related compounds. And if you look at those chemically, they're kind of shaped like a plate. They're flat and broad, okay, or a piece of paper or something like that. And they act like little protective shields, okay? So when you put those on your skin, it's like putting protective shields all over your skin, which is what the plants need to do to protect themselves. Because as I said, they can't run away. They have to stand and fight. So that was kind of in the back of our mind when we put this product together. Plant-based, plant nutrients, no chemicals. No, I mean, we didn't want people thinking this was a synthesized product, okay? So that was our overall approach. Now, if you look in an aggregate fashion, what these products do, I'm just going to list a few of them. So most of them are antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. They include an array of light moisturizers And one of the things with skin products that are good moisturizers is they clog pores. This does not clog pores, but it does improve skin barrier function, which keeps water in and microbes, toxins, and other things that we don't want in the environment in our body out. What else does it do? I mean, for an active lifestyle, we go out in the sun. So this has 4 plant-based SPF products, sun protection factor, okay? And that's very important. It is analgesic, meaning pain killing. What if we get a sunburn? This contains analgesics. What if we get a wound, a scratch, an insect bite? What if we get kicked in the thigh or we twist our knee? Those hurt. This contains analgesics to keep you going. And some of them come from rosemary, tamanu, our phytocannabinoid blend, and sweet almond oil. We've also put rosemary and peppermint in because they contain cooling emollients to make you feel better. Clove oil reduces swelling, and clove oil also increases blood flow to the skin to enhance healing. We even have arrowroot because of its deodorant properties. And lavender oil contains its own form of beta-caryophyllene, a CB2 agonist in cannabichor. So this product really delivers for people who like being active, like being outside, and it's one-stop shopping. So I am really excited for people to start using this. And I love the name Vibrant. It allows you to be vibrant.
Absolutely. And, you know, with using the product, everything that you just stated is absolutely 100% true. And I won't go out in the morning without putting it on. I have one question. You know, a lot of people have been told because of the color of their skin that they need a SPF product. Do you believe that this could take care of that instead of putting a chemical compound that might be detrimental to the skin, that this could support that?
Well, these, you know, the plant nutrients that provide sun protection in this, it's not like putting SPF 100 on. I mean, you need some UV radiation to generate vitamin D in your skin. We don't want to block that, but many people, you know, like your hands and your face are always exposed, and you do want to put some SPF type material on there. And the way these things work is if you have an SPF of 10, that means you can stay out in the sun 10 times as long as if you hadn't taken it. And these are, you know, in the 10 to 20 range. So, you know, if you apply these once or twice a day, they're pretty much all you need, but they allow enough UV B radiation in for your body to generate vitamin D. So it's a nice balance, and it's not a chemical that the skin absorbs a lot of what you put on it, and all of these are almost edible compounds. That's why we love this product.
Absolutely, and it smells so good. So I love that product. Thank you so much. What a great explanation. And now I want to take us to our 4-legged, beautiful family members, because so many of us have those, and we really want them to live the same lifestyle that we live. So you've got a product with injectors, and we've named it At Ease. And so if you could explain a little bit about that and why the injectors, what is the value to this product for those people that, you know, are wondering, why would I want to use an injector on my dog?
So when people think about injectors, they think about needles that go through the skin or something like that. These are injectors as an oral delivery system. And this is a pet product, and calling it At Ease, when you say at ease to like an Army recruit, that's kind of when they relax. They sigh, they take a big breath, they spread their legs, put their hands behind their back, and relax. And if you look at pets, there are many times in a pet's life that are stressful, okay? Going in a car, going on a trip is stressful, okay? Because frequently they'll get put in a pet carrier or a crate. That's like being put in jail for some pets. Going to the vet, there are funny dogs there, there are funny smells, there are medicines, there are always cleaning counters with alcohol. All of those are kind of toxic experiences for a dog. Flying, the first time I took my dog in a plane, he totally freaked out. So being dropped off at a friend's house to be taken care of, all of these are stressful for a dog. And really what a lot of humans are looking at is, let's give the dog something to knock him out. Well, is that good for the dog? It's kind of what the adult wants. They want to deal with a problem, and they don't really care about the pet so much. We took a different approach. Most of these are anxiety-producing, stressful experiences for the dog or cat. Cats as well. So we put together something that de-stress and relax the pets and made them respond less to these stressful environments. And we all know that cats and dogs sleep a lot, and if they're relaxed and de-stressed, they'll just go to sleep, but they can wake up if they want to. And here is an added benefit. With that approach, and why it's different from knockout drops, is if you knock a pet out, every time they're in that stressful experience, they're freaked out by it. If you relax and de-stress the pet and they can be awake, then they realize, hey, this isn't so bad. So after a couple of uses, they realize that it's traveling in the car, going to the vet is not a bad deal because they've been through it before, they've experienced it, and they know they don't get hurt. So this product has kind of overt and stealthy benefits. And we would like to believe that this allows pets to kind of rewire their brain by using this product so they don't get so stressed out when they're put in these difficult circumstances. So that's our At Ease product, and it contains many of the nutrients that we just talked about: theanine, melatonin, cannabicol, and magnesium. So it's a totally different, unique problem-solving approach to relax pets in stressful circumstances. And obviously, it's not used every day. So we have these little injectors that are syringes with pre-measured amount that you can just drip onto your dog or cat's tongue. And they're absorbed in the oral mucosa. They're absorbed if the pet swallows them. And they come 4 to 6 injectors per pack. So you can buy one pack and it can last you for several trips or vet trips or flights or whatever. So that's the At Ease product, and I love the name because it captures really what that product delivers.
And, I'm so excited about this product. I actually took 2 dogs and a cat down to Mexico, and I didn't have this product. And it took me 2 days for them to actually recover. And so I believe that with the At Ease product, if I had had that, they wouldn't have had to go through that recovery period.
And Janet, those stresses are traumatic. They're traumatic for. How can you put a pet through a traumatic experience? And with this, you can make a traumatic experience possibly even fun. It's like a joint outing. All you need to do is relax the dog or cat.
Absolutely, and I'm really excited about this product. I think it's going to be phenomenal. So thank you for that. And now we have one more product for our pets. And this one, a lot of people say, oh, dog breath. Oh, don't give me a kiss, you have dog breath. And some of the animals' coats, they have excessive hair loss or their skin could be dry. depending upon the foods and the things that they're eating. And so you've come up with a product called WAG, and that's the name we came up with, and I'd love for you to explain that.
Well, WAG is the sign of a happy dog or a happy cat. And again, I love that. So WAG really is a 1, 2, 3 product for pets. And what are the most common issues that pet owners talk about, whether it's cats or dogs? It is breath and coat issues, and then general nutrition. So what can we do to help out those pet owners? And this is something that we're anticipating will be used every day throughout the day, okay? And if you look, let's just talk a little bit about breath. What's usually wrong? I mean, I'm assuming you don't have an abscess or a major medical problem causing poor pet breath. Usually pets have pretty clean smelling mouths. But what can happen is bacteria can build up. They can build up on the tongue, especially the back part of the tongue and the pharynx, which is the back part of your cheeks and throat. And there are bacteria there that grow that release sulfur in the form of hydrogen sulfide, which is like, bad egg smell, okay? That's really unpleasant. Also, plaque that develops on teeth has bacteria in it, and gingivitis, which is an inflammatory infectious gum disease, that happens. All of those conspire to produce bad breath. So it's bacteria on your tongue, cheeks, teeth, and gums, and we all have that as humans as well. So our approach was threefold. We have spirulina, and if you want to know what spirulina is, it's kind of like the algae that forms on the top of stagnant water. So spirulina is blue-green algae, but it is a nutritional powerhouse, and it contains antibacterial and anti-inflammatory compounds that can help kill these bacteria. It also includes chlorophyll, which is a deodorant, and we've added chlorophyllin, which is a turbocharged deodorant. And on top of that, we've included a low amount of a compound that is used in human mouthwashes to kill bacteria and make the mouth smell fresh and clean. So we have kind of like a triple breath protection approach for your pet. And the way this works is you put a little bit in the pet's water, and the pet licks it up, gets it in his mouth, and repeats that throughout the day. So as they drink water, they get all of these oral hygiene and breath nutrients. So there's a 24-hour approach to keep your pet's breath healthy, fresh, and clean. And what about coat? Well, coat, people think hair or fur, but really fur is part of the skin, the integumentary system. So if you have healthy skin, you won't itch and you won't have a dull coat. And that's where spirulina comes in, because it's got, you should Google spirulina. I could talk about it for ages. But it has a full spectrum of all of the essential amino acids, which are building blocks of protein, which is what hair and fur are, okay? It also has balanced fatty acids. We've all heard of omega-3 fatty acids. Well, it contains omega-3 fats that are like the fats you get in flax seeds. It contains linoleic acid, which is an essential omega-6 fat, and it contains a special fatty acid that is a potent anti-inflammatory called gamma-linolenic acid. And those three together are rapidly absorbed in the skin, and they keep it supple, healthy, and decrease itching dramatically. So the spirulina is really a superfood for coat and skin. And then we've added to that minerals, vitamins, anti-inflammatories, and again, some buffers because while pets aren't eating the bad diets we are, they also can get out of kilter. So the pet beverage really addresses breath, coat, and general overall health, and the pet drinks it with the water every day. I mean, the pet has to drink water. This just makes the water super water. And for cat owners, we have put lysine in, and lysine tends to block herpes. And herpes is a virus, and about 90% of cats have herpes in their system. So this is really important for cats as well. So that is WAG in a nutshell. Something good for your dog or cat throughout the day, just goes into the water and they'll love it.
That was just absolutely fantastic. So appreciate that because, you know, we really do care about our pets and they are part of the family. And if we can give them the opportunity of just a little bit more health, I think it's just absolutely phenomenal. So now, you know, last week, I realize we're getting a little long here, but last week we talked about 3 very important products. If you could just give us a very brief overview on Lucidol.
Sure. So let me introduce this by saying there's been a lot in the media lately about sleeping concoctions, sleeping pills, being associated with Alzheimer's disease, which is a dementing disorder, which is the most common cause of dementia today. And these agents, when people use them, such as antihistamines, sleeping pills, and other medications that slow down bowel function, for example, if you have diarrhea, those 3 classes lower levels in the brain of the memory neurotransmitter called acetylcholine. When you have lower memory neurotransmitters in your brain, what's going to happen? Memory suffers. What's the most common complaint in aging Americans? Not being able to remember names, forgetting where you put your keys, forgetting why you walked into a room. You need higher levels of that brain neurotransmitter acetylcholine. Lucidol, one of the best things it does is to raise levels of the memory transmitter, and it does it very potently. On top of that, there is a powerhouse of antioxidants and other nutrients that support brain health. So that, in a nutshell, is our product, Lucidol, and it works. We've studied it in a clinical trial. It enhances focus, learning, and mood.
Wow. I'm very excited about that product. And the next one I'm really excited about as well because I'm 59 years old and I'm a woman. The next product is Bonexide.
So this product is Bonexid, and we call it Bonexid, and it is for bone health, okay? And everybody is taking calcium supplements who has an interest in bone health. This product has no calcium in it, and yet when we studied it in a group of postmenopausal women, and they're the toughest group because menopause means estrogen levels go down. Estrogen packs calcium in the bones. If your estrogen goes away, calcium comes out of bones, and you pee it out in the urine, and that happens day after day, and you can lose about 20% of your calcium the first 10 years of menopause. So it's a real problem. We tested this product in that really difficult group of women, and in 6 weeks, we saw a fall in calcium loss in the urine, and we measured parameters of bone formation and bone breakdown, and we saw improvements in both. And what that means is bone building was increased, bone breakdown was decreased, and calcium stayed in bone. So this is what I like to call the no calcium cure. And that's a very unique mechanism of action for a bone product. So we're really excited. And the one thing that really was amazing is we saw those effects within 6 weeks. And most people think, well, bone doesn't change that fast. This product makes it change that fast.
Absolutely fantastic. And then you have one more, which I believe is going to be a huge benefit to a lot of people, and that is your Serenitine.
So Serenitine is a product that we've developed for sleep. And Serenitine is a play on words, the word being serene. And if you can relax your brain, then it will fall into one of the body's natural sleep cycles. And the approach is similar to the PET relaxation product. This is something that allows the brain to unwind, to slow down, to relax. So then it will fall into a natural sleep pathway. So there's no drug effect, there's no grogginess the following morning. And people have used this. We had several focus groups, and the response was amazing. I was thinking, out of 30 people in a focus group, if 4 or 5 people had a positive response, I would have been impressed, because these are people who had decades of sleep issues, and 29 out of 30 people gave it a 9 or 10. I mean, it was profoundly effective. People fell asleep. They knew they could count on it. If they woke up to go to the bathroom, they would fall back asleep. And the following morning, you could tell it worked, because people felt refreshed, and coworkers even noticed a difference. They said, George, you're not the guy you used to be. You're getting more work done. You're fun to be around. We want the product. Where can we get it? So that was the response we got from that product. And again, that contains cannabicor.
Beautiful. Well, Dr. Larry, I want to thank you so much for giving us your time this morning, sharing about these amazing products. And, the scientific aspect, I believe, is probably the most important part, because so many products, when you walk into a vitamin store, you say, oh, my goodness, and you turn around and you walk out. These have the studies. These have the information, and you have created that opportunity for us to keep it simple. And so I really appreciate everything that you've done. I look so forward to our furthering our relationship. And just thank you for your time this morning.
Janet, I'm excited about the collaboration, and thanks for taking the time to listen and learn about these products and what makes them different.
Well, thank you. With that, I would like to bring on Mr. Bob Torsey.
Thank you, Janet. As always, the conversation with the doctor was wonderful. Dr. Larry, I could listen to you for hours. Don't get carried away. We want to break those hours up into small little vignettes, and we'll have you on the call again. So that's great. So you've heard the medical perspective and Janet's enthusiasm as our health and wellness advisor. I'd like to make this recommendation to you from a marketing perspective. We all got involved in this business because of CBD. Now we have this strategic partnership with the doctor and his team, and with the addition of cannabicor, what we already offer to the market is powerful. And for those of you who have been focused on CBD, that's great. I love the product. All of a sudden, I'm looking at Lucidol for the brain, Bonexid for the bone, Serenitine for our sleep. We've got Elixir for energy, focus without losing a track of ourselves. We've got Vibrant for our skin. We've got At Ease and WAG for our pets. My friends, this is a marketing opportunity that should be considered to be a blessing. We're going to help all kinds of people. The call to action is this. It's time. Steve has agreed to offer a 40% discount, which is a phenomenal discount on all of these products, all the products that we have for that matter, and it's going to run to the end of the month. If we're going to be marketing gurus out there, we have to be a product of the product. Now, we all may not be able to afford all the products all at one time, but let's go out there, buy 3 of them for God's sakes, and so we can start to spread the good news. I said this the first time I met the doctor, and I meant it. This is inspirational to me. It should be an inspiration to each of us. If we don't get this word out, that would be a travesty. We've got a window of opportunity here to help the planet, help the world. Once again, Janet, thank you. Once again, Dr. Larry will be speaking soon. And for all of the reps and the customers who are on the phone today, I know it's Saturday. Go out and enjoy it. We really appreciate your attention and your diligence. Order some product. That's the way we're going to get it started. God bless you all. Enjoy your day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.